So let's do this. I stopped watching TV and the news for a reason. But, with the internet, you can always get bits and pieces of the news and see the news and stream it. So, President Obama, I'm not going to disrespect you and just call you Obama like some of your constituents would do on a regular basis. And this Sheriff Clark here in Milwaukee, where I live, and I'm not afraid to say that. What exactly do you want from us? Because I don't get it. Obama, for you to say that there's no reason ever to shoot police officer or law enforcement, what are you telling us? That police officer lives are more important than citizen lives? Because if that's what you're saying, why don't you just come out and say it? Fuck the bullshit. And I find it funny that we haven't seen Michelle in any of this. She must be looking at you real sideways at the crib. Because that's what I'm doing. And for white America and black America, for the people who hate Obama for being president, who are white, how much have your lives changed in the 8 years that Obama's been in office? Exactly. Black people, how much have your life changed since Obama been in office? Exactly. You know who life's changed since Obama been in office? Lesbians and gay people. So, the shit that he was running on, he lied. Like most politicians do. And what can we do about any of this? And to people, you cannot continue to put state in your government because your government don't give a fuck about you. The government cares about America being on top. The America is the boss, is the New England Patriots of the world. They lie, kill, cheat, and steal to stay on top. That's just the bottom line. And it's only race to the citizens. And some of the upper level people, it has to do with race. But most of it is about America being on top and creating a new world order. And since President Reagan, if you think about it, how much really have your lives changed when we vote in president? And the only reason President Reagan had a big splash is because of, the contraband, Iran contraband, and putting dope and crack in our black communities to help destroy us. So they go on these platforms, in all actuality, your personal life never changes. When we elect president, they go on these rants about changing the country, and you get all up in arms like they're going to do something. They're not going to do a damn thing but what they want to do and what they get paid for doing. And they get paid by the 1% and the billionaires. The billion, when I say billion, I ain't mean 1 billion. The people who lobby for their cause and give them money. That's why Obama hasn't did anything for black people. It really wasn't on his agenda to do anything for black people. So, but all I want to say to you is, President Obama, you have to stop. If you're not going to say anything that's pertinent to people of color, and I see us all as humans, but since you all have segregated and made it to the point where that's how we deal with life here in the world, and especially in America, is by separation. If you're not going to say anything, poignant about our struggle, then don't say nothing, man. Don't come on here telling us what we shouldn't be doing, because it's some shit they shouldn't be doing. And this isn't Black Lives Matter. Sheriff Clark, you really need to shut the fuck up. That's what I'm gonna need you to do that. And who taught you the word rhetoric? Because you use that up to make yourself sound smart. And for you to compare Black Lives Matter to the Ku Klux Klan, when the last time somebody from Black Lives Matter hung somebody out in the street? When the last time Black Lives Matter went in and snatched up a white boy and beat him and killed him in the middle of the street from looking at a black woman? So how can you compare the two? You can't. It's a shame that you are a black man who has totally been brainwashed by white supremacists, and you have no idea about your culture. I watch you and Don Lemon, on YouTube, going back and forth. And I have to give Don Lemon this time, give him a little praise, because he actually was standing up for black people. But when he said when he mentioned the word white on white crime, you nonchalantly waved that shit off like, yeah, that doesn't happen. So white people don't go and shoot up theaters. White people don't go shoot up schools. But they're not called terrorists when they do it, right? They got mental illness. So all the crime in America is black on black crime. And yeah, it's black on black crime in America. I know that. I've been a part of black on black crime. That's how I got shot, because of black on black crime. But I don't condemn. I used to hate the person that shot me. But I had to come to a realization that I participated in me getting shot. And that's cool. And I understand that I can deal with the consequences. But when you got police officers who we pay to protect and serve, and they shooting us, and it's bad enough that they're killing us and shooting us. But they ain't getting punished for it. They're not going to jail. What do you expect us to do? Just sit back and take it and let it happen. Well, guess what? You can only back a cat so far in the corner before it comes out fighting. So, and if this is y'all scheme, devise to invoke martial law, do you honestly think it's going to go down without a fight? Including white people. So, whatever it is that you all are doing or trying to get to happen, stop the bullshit and just come out and say it. Here's my question, America, and our government. A lot of us are blind to the fact, because we sit up there and watch TV and watch news and whatever, but there's a lot of us who ain't dumb. I wouldn't even call it dumb, but call it ignorant. And my thing is that you big and bad. We ain't nobody but citizens, worker slaves, debt slaves. Be men and women and come out and tell us what you're really trying to do. And let us go from there instead of bullshitting us. Because you go on these news, and another thing about the media. You want to know why people are shooting cops? You want to know why people are up in arms now? It's the media's fault. And you know why it's the media's fault outside of the police officers and racist people? Because they sensationalize that shit every chance they get. So we know for a fact that cops rape, shoot, and kill white people, but why isn't it never on the media? Why don't we ever see them stories on TV? But whenever a cop kills a black person, it's on TV. You ever ask yourself that? This is what they want. This is what they're doing. This is what they want. Obama doesn't care about any of that. No, President Obama doesn't care about any of that. And our government they doing this on purpose. And I honestly believe our government think that we as citizens are so fucking dumb and ignorant that we need to be babysitted. We need to be parented. So they think they know what's best for us. They write laws and don't even consult us about them, and they just pass them shits, and we sit around, go to work every day and don't do nothing about it. We don't say nothing about it. We just go with the flow. So don't stop being disrespectful. Please stop being disrespectful. If you're going to say some shit, say some real shit. Sherry Clark, you are a racist of your own kind. You're a coon. And let's do this. You the same dude that took your Government issued vehicle and parked it in disabled parking. You did that. Then you took the $325 ticket money and you brought it up. You took it to a independent living center and donated it to like a charity to people with disabilities. Why would you park your car in a disabled parking spot in the first place, sir? Please, because you don't give a fuck. So, stop. Just stop. Just say you don't care. Fuck all the bullshit, the rigmarole, the jumping back and forth and on the fence. Just say you don't care. Say this is not our agenda. We could care less what happened to black people. Just say you don't care about the citizens. We all about this corporation that we want to call America. Just say that. And stop bullshitting us. You know, this is sad. But yeah, guess what? This is what y'all want. I mean, this is what y'all gonna get. So you can evoke martial law. We start killing people out here dead in the streets and let it be on the news. But this motherfucker would burn down before it all said and done because of you all and your bullshit. This country would burn down, and every other country that's looking at this and seeing this, what you think they seeing? So when all this stuff jumps off, all the countries just hate us and dislike us, it's gonna give them great opportunity to invade and destroy this motherfucker. Y'all keep the games up. You keep on playing games. You keep going on TV with all this nonsense and making people choose sides and this and that. Tell them what it really is. And to all white people, we were brought over here. So where do you think we learned? For the people that do violence in this country, where do you think they learned it from? Africans went in Africa shooting people and killing people and robbing people and selling dope and all that. We learned all that here. And who was in charge of that? What do you see on TV all the time? Let's quit the bullshit, man. And please stop speaking on black people's behalf if you ain't got nothing good to say about black people. Please stop. Stop all that bullshit. We give up. We surrender. Leave us the fuck alone if you ain't willing to help us. I'm sorry. And I can talk and speak my mind and y'all, he's swearing this and that, dude. A swear word is a swear word. It ain't no different than rhetoric. Dude said that shit 100 times. All this anti-cop rhetoric. Dude, chill. If you're gonna be a real police officer, do some real policing. Stop coming on TV every time. Only time we see you is when it comes to cops killing black folks and black folks, marching and protesting. That's the only time we don't see you nowhere else. Unless you're parking in disabled parking.